Okay, hello. So now let's talk about graphing transformation. So let us analyze on how the graph changes or transform from any changes on its exponential function. So let's have this f of x is equal to 2 raised to x as our basis. Okay, so g of x is actually just as the negative f of x. Okay, so this is just the negative f of x, and h of x, which is equal to 2 raised to negative x, is just f of negative x. So I just created a table of values. So I just done this by substituting the value of x's and finding the corresponding value of f of x, g of x, and h of x. So upon acquiring the table of values, I acquired this type of graph. Okay, so the f of x, so from the first graph, this is f of x, and this blue colored graph or plot is just the um, g of x. So this is just the g of x, which is also the negative f of x. Okay, so examining the relationship or comparing the two graphs, f of x with the g of x, as you can see, they um, they are almost looks the same. Okay, so but they differ on the orientation of the graph. So despite their equivalence on the similarities on the graph, as you can see, they look like just a reflection along this x-axis. So this is our f of x, this is the negative f of x. Okay, meaning to say, if you have f of x, if you have the negative f of x, negative f of x is the x-axis reflection. Okay, so this is the first type of transformation, the x-axis reflection. Okay, plotting also the another graph. Okay, so the red graph here is the f of x, and the green graph is the f of negative x, which is the h of x. This is the h of x. Okay, so if you have negative exponent, so when you compare the positive exponent and the negative exponent, they looks the same. They almost looks the same. They differ only on the orientation, on the vertical orientation. So since f of x is just like the mirror of f of negative x, we call this as y-axis reflection, because the mirror appears on the y-axis. Okay, so let's just summarize. If y is equal to negative f of x, this is the reflection at x-axis of f of x, and the y is equal to f of negative x is the reflection at y-axis of f of x. Okay, let's have another example. How about we place coefficient and multiply our exponential function, such as f of x. Our basis here is the f of x. So let's say I have k of x, wherein y is k of x is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 raised to x, and m of x is equal to 2 over 5 multiplied by 2 raised to x. So let's examine this one. So I already placed created a table of values. Okay, so then I plotted the graph. Okay, so this is the plot of our graph. Okay, so k of x, as you can see, the difference on the gap of k of x and f of x. Okay, so there is the so-called stretching. The value of f of x is much smaller when compared to k of x when x is equal to 3. So this is a stretch. Okay, meaning to say, let us have this form of y is equal to a of f of x. Okay, okay, wherein a is the coefficient that we multiply to the function. Okay, so when a is greater than 0, greater than 1, should say greater than 1, there is the so-called stretching that happens. Okay, so since the stretching happens at the vertical orientation, we call this as vertical stretching. Okay, so such example is for k of x, wherein we multiply the exponential function by 3. Okay, and if our a is less than 1, such as 2 over 5 on m of x, 2 over 5 multiplied by 2 raised to x, there is the so-called stretching that happens. So it stretches down. Okay, since the stretching happens at the vertical orientation, we call this as vertical shrinking. Okay, shrinking. Okay, this is stretches down in the opposite orientation. Okay, so this is vertical shrinking. Okay, so this is the other two orientation. If you have y is equal to a raised to f of x, we multiplied f of x by the coefficient. If a is greater than 1, then that is vertical stretching. If a is less than 1, this is vertical shrinking. Okay, so now let's have this example. Okay, so what if we add a number to the exponential function? Let's say if we have this function 2 raised to x, what if we add 1 here? Or what if we deduct 1? So I already created a table of values given these functions. Okay, so as you could see, the red line here corresponds to the f of x. The blue graph corresponds to the n of x, and the green graph corresponds to the p of x. Okay, so blue we add 1, the green we subtract 1. Okay, so what happens to our graph? Okay, so if we have this kind of transformation wherein our y as an exponential function and we add a certain number, okay, we add a certain number, and let's say that number is greater than 0. Okay, so what happens to our graph is that from this red line, if we increase it by 1 from the given, it increases the it shifts the graph by 1 unit upward. So with this, if c is greater than 0 or a positive number, then the type of transformation will be upward vertical shift. Okay, so that that happened to the blue graph here. It shifts upward. So this is the n of x. Okay, now if we deduct 1, so this is p of x, our green line from red, it shifts downward. Okay, So from red, it shifts downward. So if we have c to be less than 0, it will be a negative number, then there will be a downward vertical shift. Okay? Summarize again, if you have y is equal to f of x plus c, if c is greater than 0, that will be an upward vertical shift. If c is less than 0, then that will be a downward vertical shift. Okay? Let's have another example. What if we add values to our exponent? Okay? So, let's say we have this from basis f of x, 2 raised to x. What if we add 1? Or what if we deduct 1? Okay, so with this, I already created the table of values and created a graph. Okay, so the blue here will be, okay, so the blue here will be q of x, wherein this is 2 raised to x plus 1, and the green here is the r of x, wherein this is the 2x minus 1. Okay, so let's examine. So let's say this is the form, meaning to say if our y is equal, this is our f of x, y is just the f of x minus c. Okay, and let's say if c, I'm sorry, this is x plus c. Okay, so let's say c is a positive number, c is greater than 0, such as on the q of x case here. Okay, what happens to our graph is that our graph shifts from right to left. Okay, so this will be a left horizontal shift. Okay, so this will be a horizontal because the orientation is from the horizontal axis. Okay, so this will be a left horizontal shift. Okay, so if c is less than 0, just like 2 raised to x minus 1, we deduct 1 to the exponent. What happens to our graph is that it shifts from left, from the red to the green, from left to right. So this will be a right horizontal shift. Okay, so those are the types of transformation that we will observe when we changes the values of the exponential function.